But anyway, gas mileage. Right now, you can see I just shifted into third gear at 19 miles an hour, and I've been watching it because I've never paid attention to my shifts before. But I pretty much always shift into third at 19, and then fourth at in the mid 20s, high 20s, and then fifth at like 30, and sixth at 35. I've done it several times, and I've been hitting the same shift points about every time, so I guess that's consistent. I just flipped the high beams off. But I'll turn over here, I guess. It's raining, not real hard, but it's raining pretty bad right now. I'm wearing a Icon leather jacket and then some rain pants, so I'm dry, and I'm wearing riding boots, so I'm staying dry. Even when I accelerate a little bit harder, I still hit fourth before 30 miles an hour. So if you're short shifting, you're going to get much better gas mileage because you're going to be cruising at lowest RPMs possible. A giant thing is your freeway speed. If you're cruising on the freeway on this bike, if you keep it to 65 miles an hour, I know you're going to if you're not used to riding that slow, it's weird because you feel like you're going really slow and people are passing you. I know most guys ride their bikes more like 80. I ride at 65 or 70 usually on the freeway if I'm not trying to get somewhere fast. Just because at 65 miles an hour, this bike gets 40, like at 42, 44 miles per gallon, something like that. I don't know if I should turn there or not. Yeah, I should have turned there. Oh well. You're going to get about 42 to 44 miles per gallon at 65 on the freeway. If you're going 75 or 80, you're immediately going to drop down to about 38 miles per gallon, and that's been my personal experience. I don't know if that's exactly what you guys get on these bikes or not, but that's about what I do. If I ride, I dumb it down a little bit, down to like 55 or 60, I get 50 miles per gallon on this bike, which is almost unheard of on a 600cc Super Sport. Most guys are getting low 30s from what I've seen on forums. So I've managed to beat the EPA ratings on the, which, well, actually the EPA I think said 42. I don't remember. But I beat what seems to be the average out there by quite a bit, and I do it on my bike and in my car by shifting into higher gears earlier on, accelerating a little bit more slowly, and just kind of, you enjoy the ride more, you get better gas mileage, and it helps your riding. It helps you, what the hell is the camera aimed over there for? It helps you be a much smoother rider. Oh, this is going to be a terrible angle. I just now noticed on the screen though that it's aimed at like the right side of the road a bit with the way the camera's sitting in the helmet. But anyway, short shift is the number one thing. So cruise in the highest gear you can, and you don't want to get out of the bike's power band, but the CBR's got really good low and mid-range power, so that shouldn't be an issue for you unless you need to accelerate fast. Just downshift it a couple times. But so if you're short shifting everywhere, you're already going to see a pretty big increase in your gas mileage. Because I know some people are out there getting in the high 20s in this bike. I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't. There's an ATV up ahead on the road. Great. Oh, he's just going off. Next is, and women are the worst about this, and that's just a fact from everything every woman I know. I mean, not everyone, but most women I know just have trouble with coasting. They don't coast places. They don't get in the car and they're not driving towards a red light and then they just, okay, well, there's a red light up ahead, so I just let off the gas and coast. What I do coming towards the red light is I'll just coast. You can let off the gas and you'll decelerate, or you can coast and you'll decelerate a little bit more slowly even. That's the best way to do it, because not only are you're not going to waste so much gas because you don't have to accelerate. You're not going to keep accelerating towards it, so you're using less gas right there. Plus, you're greatly increasing your chances that the light is going to turn green before you come to a full stop. Try to keep the bike rolling and not have to come to a full stop, which is why I hate stop signs. And I know a lot of guys just have a tendency to ignore stop signs. And, you know, out in the country right now, F it. I'll do it. But I usually do come to a full stop at stop signs. On this road right here, even in the rain, I could open it up quite a bit and, you know, put a smile on my face with the power of this bike, but I don't really need to. You're also increasing the worry then that you're going to get pulled over or get chased, which is even worse than getting pulled over usually. What the heck is going on over there? Oh, it's like a soccer game or something. There's a ton of people outside. But I hope I'm not bumping up on that 10-minute mark yet, because I'm trying to wrap this up. So going back over it, if you short shift all the time and then you coast towards stops, to coast, also you're going to want to leave more following distance, because if you leave yourself some following distance, when a vehicle in front of you starts to slow down, that's like high school girls, I think, soccer. If a vehicle in front of you starts to slow down, instead of having to jam on your brakes, you can just coast. And a lot of times I find that if I've left enough following distance, I can I don't have to brake at all. I'm behind a car. I can just kind of pull in the clutch, coast behind him, let him turn, and then I can resume acceleration instead of having to brake and slow down to match their speed, because your greater speed is just closing the distance slowly. If you're riding slowly, you're going to slowly close the distance on them, but if you don't have any distance on them, then you're just going to have to brake with them, and a lot of people do that. And even if you're not tailgating, if you're following a little bit more closely, you're going to have to slow down. Tailgating is just really dumb. But so leave more following distance so you can coast. Ride slower in general. Try riding the speed limit. I know a lot of hypermilers, which if you don't know what hypermiling is, it's spelled Hypermiling. Look it up. So when I have a passenger, I tend to ride like this all the time. Except for my girlfriend will get out on country roads sometimes and open it up a little bit, but that's pretty safe. So, I guess in summary, to get the best gas mileage, the main things you're going to want to do: short shift the bike, try to get in 6th gear as much as you can, don't accelerate hard, coast towards stops, leave more following distance. If you do those, I bet you'll see, and just ride a little slower everywhere. Try to stick to the speed limit. If you do everything like that, you're going to get much better gas mileage, I can guarantee it.